Would you say that basketball is your favorite sport? Maybe you like the way they dribble up and down the court. It's possible that the alley-oop is your favorite play. Well, if you're like me and you love the NBA, one great way to bet on the NBA is to bet on player props. That way you're not betting on the winner or loser. You're not betting on whether the game total is going to go over or under. All you're doing is you're backing a player or you're fading a player. So you can bet on your favorite players. Like for me, I've been loading Embiid's point total. He's gone over a lot. It's been great. Russell Westbrook is also my least favorite player. I've been fading him. That's also been great. So this video is going to be a guide to NBA player props. It's going to just give detail about what the different NBA player props are. And then at the end, I'll give you a little sneak preview, which is my strategy on how I've been profitable betting on NBA player props. What's up, everybody? My name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam. And as I mentioned in the intro, this video is going to be a guide to NBA player props. So I'm going to be talking about what the different player props are, how you can bet them. There's a ton of different options, so it's incredibly important to understand how the different props work, what props you can bet on. Maybe you could parlay them. Same game parlays are a thing. I'll talk about that as well. But overall, like I said, just going to be talking about NBA player props. So I figured the best way to talk about NBA player props is just to show you. What I have up here is Caesars Sportsbook, so I'm going to show you specifically how to navigate to them using Caesars. But with that said, the process is basically the same for every sportsbook. The buttons might be a little bit different, might be in a little bit of a different place, but overall the process is the same. So what I have up here is just a list of all the NBA games. I'll just click a random one like this Grizzlies versus Timberwolves game. Click into that and you see the different options here. Same game parlay, which I just mentioned, but player props is what we're going to be talking about specifically. So you click this button here and then all the player props show up. So double-double, triple-double, total points, total assists, rebounds, points, rebounds, assists, points, assists, points, rebounds, rebounds, assists, three-pointers, blocks, steals, stocks, which is blocks and steals. So as you can see, a ton of different options. And as you can see as well, you can click between the two different teams. So if you want to bet on a Grizzlies player, you would click him here. Timberwolves, you would just do that. And then the important thing to understand when you're betting on an NBA player prop is, aside from betting on a double-double or a triple-double, every single player prop that you bet on is going to be an over or an under. So in this case, for total points, you're betting on Ja Morant to go over 29.5 points, or under 29.5 points. Same thing with assists, rebounds, all that good stuff. So the logic of it is the same as betting on a point total, like you're betting on an over or an under. Obviously, in this case specifically, you're betting on will a NBA player go over or under a specific stat. One thing to keep in mind, and this is mostly regarding strategies of NBA player props, is the total points is the most popular player prop to bet on. Not super surprising, right? Points is the most sexy stat out there. It's the first one people talk about when talking about a player. They have this many points, unless you're Draymond Green and you make your money on defense and assists, passing, all that stuff. But generally, point totals is going to be the most popular to bet on. As far as profitability, generally under point totals hit at a higher rate than overs. Not at a rate where you could just bet every single player point total to go under and you will profit. But I think it's like 51% of the time the point totals go under. And the reason for that is just because the public loves backing their stars and backing people they just want to root for points, right? It's the same logic for why the over is more heavily bet. So the under actually hits at a higher rate for a point total. It's the same logic. People want to root for their favorite players to score points. So this Ja Morant one, maybe that 29.5 is a little bit inflated because the public, people who love Ja Morant, have just been betting his point total over. So that's why for me, I only bet player props that are positive expected value. So that'll be the next thing I talk about is player prop strategies, specifically positive EV strategies. So as far as profitability goes, I mentioned that I make a lot of money as far as my profits betting on sports for NBA player props. And that just shows here, I've made about $7,000 on basketball. And I would probably say 60 to 70% of that is on NBA player props. So how have I been able to do that? I've just been betting positive expected value. So I'll provide an example for one game, and then you can become a member of OddsJam and you can be able to do the same. So What I have up here is the OddsJam positive EV page, and here's an example of a player prop. So it actually, funny enough, is in that same game I was just looking at. But my process for betting on NBA player props is I only bet on plays that are above 5%. So this actually would not be a play. And that's why I provided the example to show that you don't bet every single one. So I only bet ones that are above 5% and that are within 40 cents in market width. So if you aren't familiar with what market width is, we have some material out there I would recommend looking at. But long story short, market width is just the confidence in the line of the OddsJam perfect line. And the smaller the number, the better. So the way you calculate it is you just subtract these two numbers because it's a plus and a minus. Like this one, you would add them together because it's two minuses. This is a minus and a plus, so you subtract them. Hopefully that's not too confusing. But specifically for player props, I only bet them that are 40 cents and below. So this one, this would fit within the market width category as it is only 34 cents. Obviously, like I said, it is below 5%, so I wouldn't play this one. But in general, I only play positive expected value player props that are within those parameters. 40 cents in market width, 5% positive EV. So the biggest advice I could give to you to how to make money betting on player props is just to bet plus EV. It's really easy. It's the easiest way to do it. Anybody can do it. Just got to be a member of OddsJam and you can start cashing. And that's pretty much it regarding specifically NBA player prop strategies. The last piece of advice to give you is just to make sure you're signed up everywhere that it's legal in your state, every sportsbook that's legal in your state. It's the easiest way to have more positive expected value player props show up for you is just to be signed up everywhere that is legal for you, like I said. So I would recommend you check out the links in the description. See if there's a sportsbook that is legal in your state that you are not currently signed up with. And then go ahead and sign up for that bad boy using that link. Take advantage of the sign up bonus and start cashing. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So again, my name is Matt Modi. I'm a content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam. If you liked what you heard, if you liked my advice and the guide to NBA player props, please let me know in the comments. Would love to hear your feedback. If you hated it, would love to hear that feedback as well so I know what to do in the future. Other than that, would appreciate you like, share, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. We just want to grow and help as many people cash. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching and have a good one.